Okay, so I'm going to show you some techniques that will help you with station number 3 for the solar system unit, otherwise called My Very Educated Mother. Station 3 is downloadable on KeysNet, and this is the step-by-step procedure, so you can download that and be kind of looking at that while you watch this video, and it'll make sense, hopefully. I'm just going to show you how to get started, and I'm going to let you finish it on your own. So the first thing I have to do, if I want to kind of look at the orbits, their shapes, and their speeds, I kind of need to place myself on the object that the things are orbiting around. So, and again, that's the main goal of the station, is what are the shapes of planets' orbits? Are they all the same? Are they different? Are they all traveling at the same speed from station 2? We probably got a sense that that may not be the case. So I'm going to go position myself somewhere other than on Earth. So I think you noticed that bit right there. I did other here. Okay. I'm going to go to a position hovering over the sun, and I'm going to click relatively on the North Pole, and you'll see a little teeny red X's there, and I'm going to click Go to Location. I'm going to hit the space bar because I'm impatient. Do not touch this plus and minus button at all. Okay, just leave this the same. However, I'm going to use these buttons here to go up and down. So I'm going to press this to go up, and I'm going to press and hold it. Then I'm going to find, and I'm going to select the 4 inner solar system planets as it mentions on the directions. And if I zoom up, I can actually see them. Okay? I can see Mars, I can see Earth, Venus, Mercury, and I can actually run time. I'm going to have it jump in day chunks so I can run time kind of fast and see what happens. And I can run time and I can watch them move around, and then I could actually at this point make some observations in my notebooks about their orbits. I might make a comment about Mercury and how it looks kind of off-center. Look at the sun here, and this distance looks shorter than this distance. So although the orbit itself looks circular, it doesn't look centered, which is kind of weird. If I turn off Mercury and I just look at Venus, Venus looks very centered. You see that it's very circular and the sun is in the center. Earth almost looks a little bit less centered even than Venus is, but they're both fairly centered compared to Mercury. And then I can even turn off these and just look at Mars and check out Mars in terms of what it looks like. And so I can make comments about the inner solar system. And then I could turn off all the inner solar system ones. And I could check out the outer solar system. So I could click on Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune and turn on their orbits. And I'm going to have to zoom up a lot further to get those into view. So I could see all of them and I could make some comments about how centered they seem. Now what's interesting is if I turned on these inner orbits again, look at how, this is why it's the inner solar system. Look how close they are all together like that, whereas these outer planets are so much further apart. So there's all kinds of cool comments I could make about those. One of the things that's interesting that I could comment on is if I zoom down, I'm not zooming, I'm actually landing. I'm going to land back on the sun, and I'm going to look out at the plane of the orbit of the planets, and you'll see that they all kind of orbit in the same plane, except Mercury's a little bit out. Mercury's an interesting one there, right? And then I could turn on some other things. So you are going to be actually turning on some other things as well. You're going to spend some time turning on the dwarf planets. It asks you to just turn on 3 of them and make some observations. And it also asks you to go into the asteroids and turn on some asteroids. Eventually it asks you to turn all the asteroids on. You can do that by just clicking and dragging, and it will select a bunch of them to turn on. And you're going to make observations about that. And then you can also turn on the specific comments that it tells you to in the instructions. So follow the instructions, make comments along the way. I should see comments about the inner solar system orbits. I should see comments about the outer ones. I should see comments about asteroids and comments about the comets. And yeah, and then come and see me at recess if you need some help.